All right, so financial freedom.
Yeah,
Everybody wants it.
right.
But how do you get there?
It can be so overwhelming.
Right.
There's just so much information.
Yeah, you're locked in the jungle.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's the map?
Exactly.
So you sent me this
Yeah.
this piece called Financial Freedom.
Yes.
And it had 12 habits.
It did.
And I thought, let's deep dive into these.
Yeah, let's break them down.
And see if we can find
Absolutely.
some interesting stuff in here for people.
Yeah, some nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah, and maybe some things that will surprise people.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
The first few habits
Okay.
are all about setting a strong foundation.
Yes, they are.
And, a lot of people like, I want to be rich.
Right.
But that's not specific enough, is it?
No, not at all.
What does that even mean?
Exactly.
So habit number 1
Okay.
is setting specific goals.
That's right.
So how do we do that?
Well, that's where
How do we make these specific
like goals come in.
smart goals? Yeah, tell me more about that.
So they need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Got it. So I can't just say, I want to retire early.
No,
It'd
not.
be more specific.
Exactly.
Give me an example.
Sure. So instead of saying, I want to retire early, you might say, I want to have $1 million in my retirement account by age 55 so I can travel and pursue my hobbies.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
So it's having that
Yeah.
kind of destination in mind.
Yes, absolutely.
But then how
do you get there?
that's where habit number 2 comes in.
Yeah.
Making a monthly budget.
Okay, so budgeting.
Budgeting.
I used to think, budgeting, that's just going to restrict me.
I know, it has a bad rap.
But it's really not about restriction.
No, it's about awareness.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
So it's about knowing where your money is going
Right.
so that you can make conscious choices
Okay.
about how you spend it. So give me like an example of a framework or something.
Okay, so there's this thing called the 50-30-20 rule.
The 50-30-20, what is that?
So you take your after-tax income, right?
Yeah.
And 50% of that goes towards your needs, like housing and groceries.
The essentials?
Exactly. 30% towards your wants.
Okay, so like entertainment.
Entertainment, dining out, those kinds of things.
Right.
And then 20% towards savings and debt repayment.
All right,
So it's a really nice framework.
easy to remember.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our goals, we've got our budget.
Yep.
Now what?
Now we tackle the debt monster.
Debt.
Yes, the article called it toxic debt.
Toxic debt. I like that.
It really can be.
Yeah, and it was talking about specifically high interest credit cards.
Yes, those high interest rates
Yeah.
can really kill you.
Yeah, they're like the worst.
You're running on a treadmill and getting nowhere.
Yeah, so what can people do about that?
All right, so prioritize paying off the highest interest debts first,
Okay, that makes sense.
while making sure you're meeting the minimum payments on your other loans.
So don't just ignore those.
Exactly.
You still got to pay those.
You do, and there's also the snowball method. Have you heard of that?
The snowball method, tell me about that.
So that's where you pay off the smallest debts first to build momentum.
Oh, I like that.
It can be really helpful psychologically.
Yeah, you get a little win.
Exactly.
Yeah, like checking things off the list.
Exactly.
All right, so we've made our goals. We've got our budget.
Mm-hmm.
We're tackling our debt.
Yeah.
What's next?
Habit number 4 is automating your savings.
Oh, automating.
This is huge.
Okay.
This is like a secret weapon.
Okay.
You set up automatic transfers to your savings account, retirement fund, even your emergency fund.
So like pay yourself first.
Exactly. You're paying your future self first.
Now, why would I do that?
Why would you do that?
When I could just do it like manually
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
when I have the money,
Right. But the beauty of automation is it takes the emotion out of it.
Okay.
You don't even have to think about it.
It just happens.
It just happens.
Okay, like magic.
Like magic.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, habit number 5.
Okay, this one can feel a little scary.
Oh, what is it?
Investing.
Investing. Oh,
I know, it sounds intimidating,
yeah.
but it's not as bad as you think.
Okay, so like what should I do?
Well, the article actually cautions against trying to time the market or pick individual stocks.
Okay, so don't try to be a day trader.
Yeah, leave that to the professionals.
Yeah.
So what you want to do,
What should I do then?
well, have you heard of index funds?
Index funds, I've heard of that,
Yeah.
but I don't really know what they are.
So an index fund is like a basket of stocks
Right.
that track a specific market index, like the S&P 500,
Okay.
and they offer built-in diversification,
Identification.
meaning your investment is spread across hundreds of companies.
Oh, okay, so it's not all in one basket.
Exactly. So it reduces your risk.
Right, so if one company tanks, the other ones are okay.
Exactly.
And they can kind of balance that out.
That's right.
Okay.
And what's really cool about investing is the power of compound interest.
Compound interest.
Have you heard of this?
I have heard of it, but
Yeah.
it's like a mystery.
I know it sounds complicated, but
Yeah.
it's really not. It's
Yeah.
just, it's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger over time.
Oh,
You
yeah.
imagine just investing $500 a month.
$500 a month? That's not...
Not too bad.
I'm telling you.
And starting at age 25, by the time you reach 65, that could grow to over $1 million.
Wow. Okay, so
It's pretty powerful.
start young.
Start young and be consistent.
Be consistent.
That's the key.
Okay, so we've done our goals. We've done our budget. We're tackling our debt. We're automating our savings. We're investing.
We're doing it.
Look at us. We're on a roll.
We're on a roll.
Okay, so that is a great foundation.
Yeah, it's a solid
We've got a solid foundation
Yeah,
for financial freedom. But there's more.
there is more.
So we got to keep learning.
Absolutely.
We're going to come back,
Okay.
and we're going to talk about more of these habits.
Sounds great. I can't wait.
All right, so we've built this house
Yep.
of financial freedom,
That's right.
but now
Now we got to protect it.
got to protect it. Yeah.
Make sure it's safe and sound.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, habit number 6 is being credit savvy.
Credit score.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I was reading this article. I'm like,
Uh,
whoa,
what?
my credit score impacts so much more.
Yeah, it really does.
I thought.
People don't realize.
Yeah, give me some examples.
So it affects interest rates on your credit cards, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
But also car insurance premiums,
Oh, wow.
life insurance rates, even rental applications.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had no idea.
It's a big deal.
Okay, so what can we do?
So you want to be proactive.
Right.
Check your credit report regularly
How often should I be doing that?
so you can get a free report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus.
Okay.
Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion.
Those names.
I know they're a mouthful.
Every year.
Every year.
Okay, I got to do that.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay, habit number 7.
This one is all about negotiation.
Negotiation.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it can be scary,
I hate negotiating.
but it doesn't have to be.
Okay, so what do I do?
Just remember, negotiation is a skill,
Okay.
and like any skill, it gets easier with practice.
Practice, all right.
So don't be afraid to ask for a discount.
Like just, hey, can I get a discount?
Exactly, or explore different payment options.
Okay.
You might be surprised what you can get.
So just ask.
Just ask.
Yeah, what have I got to lose?
Exactly. The article actually mentions
Yeah.
that smaller businesses are often more open to negotiation.
Really?
Yeah, they value those relationships.
Okay, that's good to know.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right, moving on to habit number 8,
What is that?
staying informed
Oh, staying informed.
about financial issues.
Yeah, because things are always changing.
Constantly changing.
Yeah.
So you got to stay up to date.
So how do I do that?
So find some reliable sources you trust.
Okay.
Subscribe to a newsletter, a podcast.
Like this one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Follow some experts on social media.
Okay. All good ideas.
Just make it a habit.
Make it a habit?
Yeah, just like you brush your teeth.
Okay, that's a good analogy.
All right, habit number 9. This one might seem a little odd.
Okay, what is it?
Maintaining your property.
Maintaining my property.
Yeah, like your car, your house, your clothes.
What does that have to do with finances?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Taking care of your things makes them last longer.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're not having to replace them as often.
Okay.
So you're saving money in the long run.
Yeah, like if I take care of my car,
Exactly.
I don't have to buy a new one every few years.
That's right.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's all connected.
It is all connected.
All right, habit number 10.
Let's hear it.
Living below your means.
That one.
I know, it sounds scary.
Yeah, like I'm going to be eating ramen every day.
No, it's not about that.
Okay.
It's about making conscious choices.
Okay.
And distinguishing between your needs and your wants.
Right, so I need food,
You need food.
but I don't need to eat out every night.
Exactly, that's a want.
Okay, got it.
It's about finding what works for you.
Right.
So you can achieve your goals.
Without feeling deprived.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
All right, habit number 11, getting a financial advisor.
Oh, okay.
So when does it make sense to get a financial advisor?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It really depends on your situation.
Okay.
If you're just starting out,
Yeah.
managing your own money might be fine.
Okay.
But as things get more complex,
Like what?
maybe you inherit some money, or you start a business, or you just have a lot of assets,
Okay.
that's when an advisor can really help.
So they're like a coach.
Exactly. They can guide you.
Okay, so I don't have to know everything.
Nope, that's their job.
Okay, that's a relief.
Okay, last but not least, habit number 12,
What is it?
Recognizing that health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Yeah, it's easy to forget
Okay.
that our physical and mental well-being
Right.
is really connected to our financial health.
Okay, how so?
Well, if you neglect your health,
Yeah.
you might lose income, have higher healthcare costs,
Right.
even have to retire early.
Yeah. Nobody wants that.
Exactly. So taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
It's an investment in your future.
Exactly.
I like that.
It all comes back around.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground.
We've talked about everything from setting those SMART goals to taming that debt monster to automating those savings and even dipping our toes into that sometimes scary world of investing.
Yeah, it's been a lot. But good stuff. Good stuff, yeah.
All good.
And you know what I've noticed?
What's that?
Just like one of the themes
Yeah.
is that it's really about
Yeah.
those small, consistent actions.
It is. It's like that saying,
Uh-huh.
a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
So true.
Right.
So of all these 12 habits,
Mhm.
if someone's listening to this
Yeah.
and they're like, all right, I want to do something today,
Right now?
that's like the one thing they should do.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I would say start tracking your spending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why that one?
Because you can't create a budget, you can't pay off debt, you can't even automate your savings if you don't know where your money's going.
Yeah, it's like, how can you solve a problem
Exactly.
if you don't know what the problem is?
You don't even know where to start.
Exactly. You don't even know where to start.
And the great thing is there's so many ways to do it.
Okay, yeah, like how?
You can use pen and paper,
Old school?
old school, you can use budgeting apps.
Yeah, there's a ton of those.
There are tons of them. Or you can even just like review your bank statements regularly.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
It's about finding what works for you.
Finding what works for you.
Yeah. And sticking to it.
And then once you do that,
Yeah.
you can start making those choices
Exactly.
that you were talking about.
Align it with your goals.
Align it with your goals and just be more in control.
You got it.
This has been so great.
It has. I've really enjoyed this.
I've learned so much.
Me too.
I hope everybody listening has too.
I hope so. And I hope they feel empowered
Empowered, yeah.
to take control of their finances.
To go out there and
achieve their dreams.
achieve their dreams, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
This has been our deep dive into financial freedom.
Yes, it has.
We will catch you next time.
See you then.